Well, hello, everybody, and welcome. Welcome again to another one of our big Thursday lives here at the Association of PEMF Professionals. I am Dr. Jerry Dreessen, the Executive Director here at the AOPP, and I want to welcome you from all of us here at AOPP. A happy 2026. Hopefully, this will be your big breakout year where you get to do some really cool stuff with PEMF and grow your business. And so, what I want to do today is talk about the results of the survey that we handed out to everybody, which was a pretty good undertaking. I want to thank Lauren for compiling all of this information. And today's talk is basically what that data shows as far as how the PEMF profession is growing and that AOPP is leading the way. And what the data is showing is that the PEMF profession is growing and why AOPP is helping in that process. As you know, PEMF has entered a new phase. There is more and more people coming all the time into our organization, but also purchasing PEMF, all these different countries. Remember, I talked about how we are now at 37 countries that are members of the AOPP. So we're no longer talking about opinions about PEMF. We're talking about data. And instead of, well, I think, it's like, well, here's what's being printed. Here's what people are saying from their knowledge base. So this is it's like the first PEMF Employment and Wage Summary, and that pretty much marks a turning point in what's going on in this profession. And why it matters the most is from belief to proof. And PEMF has long been known to be growing, but it's never really been measured like what we're doing right now. And respected professions, they all began with data collection. When you think about all the other we'll talk about it, like chiropractic and naturopathy, acupuncture, anything that started out that wasn't proper medicine, kind of all started the same. And I like to even throw in red light therapy. Those of you that are using it, we're definitely in that same type of pathway. So it's the data is showing how the legitimacy begins. Now, as far as the PEMF profession today, there's not just one thing, there's many applications as far as what PEMF is good for. Again, those of you that are using it know all about this: chronic pain, recovery, neurology or neuropathic support, neuropathy, stress and wellness. There is the equine industry is just booming. The small animal PEMF is growing. Livestock PEMF is emerging. And again, those of you that have paved the way, thank you. You've been going to lots of these organizations and setting up at the fairs and teaching people about PEMF. That is literally the groundswell from where we're starting a grassroots foundation. But then also the cross-disciplinary uses. So people that are using PEMF for everything, including seed germination. I guess over the new year, I've lost my ability to speak. Now, I'm just excited what I want to talk about here. That's, as you can tell, I'm very passionate about PEMF, which is why I helped co-found this lovely organization so we can help you guys out. What the survey measured and what is a snapshot of a growing field is who is practicing PEMF, how PEMF is being used, and what practitioners are earning, and then the human and animal applications that are included, and of course, the first true economic baseline for PEMF. So we're about to show you information that's been gathered but never really presented this way. So it's kind of groundbreaking to have the first of the year's Thursday Live to have all of this amazing stuff on it. So let's talk about income distribution, a profession in transition. So with PEMF, people that are using it in a business, the median income is about $5,000, which is what many part-time users are doing. So this is like your side gig. It's in addition to what you do. You may have it as a ancillary product to what you're doing. Like, for example, chiropractors, their main, adjusting, but they may have a PEMF unit in their building as another type of therapy to use. Top earners, $40,000 to $80,000. The average income is around $14,000. So that indicates the experimentation growth in established businesses. When we start seeing these types of numbers, we know that there's definitely some good growth going on in there. Kind of gives you an idea of what's happening. On average, weekly earnings is about $270 a week, and that's representing thousands of sessions and clients. And then the typical session pricing is around $50 to $80. So when you take all of the sessions and you divide it by what we were talking about in the last slide as far as the average income, then we come up with a price of $50 to $80 an hour. Some of you tack on travel time. If you're, out and about, if somebody comes to you, then, of course, that's what's going on. And that's aligned with other trusted wellness services. People that get, like I said, red light therapy. If you go into a clinic and you're getting a certain type of care done, and this was added to that, that's pretty much the same standard of going across the board with everybody. And then people are paying because they see the value. And what's great, I always think what's great about PEMF is you don't have to have faith that it works. It works whether you have faith in it or not. And the people that are using it for the very first time have the, oh my God moment where they're like, oh my God, I can't believe I can stand up without pain. And so those of you that have used this product, you know what I'm talking about. And then they pretty much write their own ticket on when they can come back and how many times they can. Is like, when can I do this again? So it's a great product in that aspect. So what the numbers really mean as far as beyond dollars? Well, PEMF is a marketplace. It's not just a passion. Consumers trust PEMF enough to spend money on it. Animal owners pay because they see the results. We as humans, we feel the results and see the results. Practitioners are out there. You guys are out there building real businesses with PEMF. And this is exactly how early professionals looked before their growth accelerates. So you're just right in line with everybody else during this spurt that we're going to be seeing this year and next year. So why the AOPP's work matters is we're creating an economic identity with our voice as far as who we are, what we're about. And so we can talk to governments and help them when it comes time to regulations. We have a voice, we have knowledge, we've got proof, we have the proper terminologies and how to word this. PEMF is currently buried inside other fields, but it is popping outside of that. So without the identity, PEMF has no representation. So that's why we as our organization, that's what we present. So some clinics, like I said, PEMF is just one of the things that's in the room that they're using as far as sessions or treatments, whereas we are 100% 24/7, 360 PEMF. So our profession created PEMF's first economic footprint, which you're seeing today, and which enables us as far as getting research done to defend PEMF, but then also to set the standards on PEMF and how to use it. So PEMF is following a proven path in how real professions are built. As I was mentioning, it parallels, you look at the other business models, medical models that are out there, acupuncture, chiropractic, massage, all started this way. And then like we're finding out there was an early skepticism, and then here's the proof, here's what's working. And then the organization and stuff that they belong to changed everything. They started marketing, started showing other people what was going on. And so with us, again, there's the data, there's the association and standards, and that equals recognition. So we now have all three of those locked in, and we're building on those. We've had, in the 10 years that we've been around, we are nailing these three things down, and building upon them. So every year we're stronger and stronger. And that's why I feel, and everybody else on the team feel, that PEMF is now at this turning point. And those of you that have been in the profession that are doing this, even if it's just a side job, but if you're doing this full time, you know exactly what we're talking about. You're getting more people calling and inquiring about what you do and how they can be a part of it. I have patients now that I've been treating, doing sessions on, that have purchased machines. They know the value of it, and they're willing to invest in a machine so that they can continue to do it, 2 or 3 times a day at home, which I'm sad to see them go, but also very happy that they understand what's going on. And then finally, looking ahead, building the future together. And this is what we are really all about when we start talking about PEMF, and those of you that are part of this. The survey is the baseline, and the future data will also show growth year over year, but it opens the doors to insurances, research, and smart regulation. Our goal, of course, is to be able to have this covered by insurance, just like red light was. Nobody knew what that was. And, we're getting some coverage on red light, getting an ICD-10 code for it, which would be great. But again, this all happens because we as users, practitioners, came together, and there wasn't any infighting. Those of you that, and I use chiropractic as an example, there were 2 national organizations, and there was infighting. There was they kept banging. And I think that's what really slowed the growth down in chiropractic, because each of them stated that their model and technique was better than the other, versus coming together and saying, no, this is chiropractic. This is what we need to do. And never really gave PEMF an opportunity to divide into sanctions like that, because our goal was everybody's welcome. It wasn't like just us and you guys are over there. It's like, let's all come together and let's skip over that division, and let's all focus on growing this together and being able to represent each other. So we become respected by building and not fighting. So thank you so much again for taking your time to fill out the survey and giving us the information. And what you do every week, we get lots of details coming in from those of you that are using it, helping us out. Things that you find that work, things that you find that don't work. It helps us, again, build our structure and foundation. So PEMF has a future, and this data is the foundation of it. If you liked what you saw today and you are interested in what PEMF is, how do I get to be a part of PEMF, or you are already doing PEMF and you want to know all about our certification programs and how we help people like you get certified so that it gives you the next step up the rung of building your business, become a member today. PEMFprofessionals.com is our website. All the information is there, all our different certification programs. And again, if you have any questions or tips, feel free to shoot us an email at info@PEMFprofessionals.com. Those of you that are members, and if you're seeing this for the first time and you want to let other people know about it, like and share our Facebook Live. We have a YouTube Live. Over on LinkedIn, we do a live. So if you want to click and share, give us a thumbs up on everything. It helps us, of course, spread that algorithm. Over on Instagram, we have a social media program. So feel free to jump in there and leave comments. And of course, over on our website, we've got a blog. We've also got a tab for research. So those of you that are members, you have total access to the research side. If you are not a member, you get to look at, I think, 3 articles before our net drops in and you can't read anymore. But if you think about membership, it's very inexpensive, and it's a great way to help us and to fund these things that we're doing too. So a lot more to come this year. We've got so many new things on the horizon. We just have to get a few more things buttoned up on it, and then we'll be able to announce those. And hopefully by February, we will have gone through all of the things that we needed to do to make our next big announcement, which will help everybody out. So again, from the depths of the AOPP headquarters here, I want to wish all of you a prosperous 2026, and I look forward to seeing more of you again in the future. Thank you very much, and have a great day. We'll see you next time.